Hello, everyone. I'm Brenda Panagrossi. I'm Vice President of Platform and Product Management. Ubisoft has been creating worlds for over 30 years. We have the most diverse library of games, and we're about to make it even easier for you to play them. I'm here to announce Ubisoft's new subscription service on PC called Uplay Plus. You'll get earliest available access to new games, including the premium editions with all their additional content. And you can enjoy the depth of our PC catalog that includes over 100 games and growing. Uplay Plus will be $14.99 a month. If you sign up today, we'll enable free access for you in September at launch.
Let me know if you ready to get dollars, holla, cause we wildin' out. If you want it ready, steady, go. Fight the good fight because this is war. Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness, man. Let me know if you ready to get dollars, holla, cause we wildin' out. If you with it, ready, steady, go. Fight the good fight because this is war. 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 Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness, man. Born for greatness, man.
Wherever players are, we want to provide access to our games and services. I'm pleased to announce that in 2020, Uplay Plus will be available on Stadia. Stadia is the new generation gaming platform where you could play our Stadia games from any device. A special thank you to Phil Harrison and his team. This is the beginning of our partnership. Thank you so much. Have fun playing.
So, what do you guys really think about that? Welcome back, everybody, to another video. This has been on my mind for a while. I wasn't sure if I was going to make a video about it. I know on the when this dropped on the live stream, I know a lot of people saw how it hit me. I was very upset at it. I think this is actually the death of gaming, the death of at least owning games for older people like myself. Grew up, even if you're older than me and you grew up in the Pong days, but we grew up buying games, unlocking things in games, and the first straw was really it was really microtransactions. It was really content that you bought after the game had already come out, DLC content that's purchasable. And although I know Ubisoft does a lot for their games with free DLC and update patches, I have a feeling this Uplay will eventually be integrated into a lot of the purchasing plans that Ubisoft wants to have out there for people to be a part of, like the store and buying credits so you can buy in-game items. I have a feeling that we're gonna come to a point, not anytime soon, guys, because remember, this is just coming out now, especially on the Ubisoft end. But make no mistake about it, we are going to get to the point where maybe they'll test it with small indie games first. I don't know, maybe a big game one day, 5-10 years down the line, who knows, where they'll say only accessible with a yearly subscription of Uplay or something like that, something along those lines. You know, a 6-month subscription to Uplay or whatever, where, you know, Ubisoft is going to push people to having Uplay. Maybe you buy a game and it's DLC 1 is free, but 2 and 3 are no longer season passes, but now it's a Uplay subscription. You know, things like that. To the point where they are pushing more and more people into this type of program, to where they're getting a consistent stream of revenue, like Blizzard with their subscription model for WoW. You have to pay $15 a month just to play the game. Now we're getting into territory of subscription-based payment plans, where you have access to all the games, but you just have to pay, you know, a monthly premium, and now you could access everything. Now, for people like me, it makes no sense. When I look at Ubisoft titles, I own Origins on the PS4. My nephew has, so I have access to that. But as far as what I have on like Uplay on my computer, I have Odyssey, I have Wildlands, I'm gonna have Breakpoint, I have every Splinter Cell game from... I have every Splinter Cell game except Pandora Tomorrow, which isn't available on Uplay for some reason. Must be a porting issue. So I have the first one, Chaos Theory, Double Agent, Conviction. Was it Blacklist? Is that the name of it? Splinter Cell Blacklist, the last one. I basically have all of them. So I have Future Soldier. I don't have like Advanced Warfighter or any of those. I'm not even sure if those are on Uplay. They might be, but I don't like... I know the ones for PC for those are first person, so I probably wouldn't buy those anyway, or play them if I had the subscription model. But I digress at this point. My point being is that I have so many games on Uplay. Why would I want this? And that has, you know, that's going through their heads at Ubisoft. Like, all right, we have to make people want this who already have so many titles. So expect future games, expect a lot of DLC content, expect a lot of content in general to start coming out for Uplay Plus when you already own the game, instead of, like I said, a season pass or anything that might be an in-game purchase. They're going to start pushing towards Uplay and make you pay that subscription fee to have it. Now, I don't know how this is going to end up in the future, if it's going to work or not. The only thing I could say is that they're not putting this together for it not to work. I have a feeling they're going to push their entire catalog, and their entire catalog is already on Uplay. So that's the wrong terminology. What I really mean is like their whole business model. I have a feeling it's going to get pushed towards this type of subscription based model, to where 3 months of Uplay at $15 is basically a video game, man. I mean, not really. It's 4 months really, right? What's a game? $60. So at 15, you're looking at 4 months. I mean, it's not that far-fetched to believe that a lot of people might like that better, to have access to everything, when they figure, all right, I buy this game, I buy this game, I buy all these games anyway, right? So you're buying Breakpoint October, November, December, January, February. What comes out the next month is what's the Watch Dogs name? Legion drops, right? March, April, May, June, July, August, another September, October release, maybe, for just how Odyssey came out last year. Did I say Odyssey before? I also have that on my Uplay. You know, like, they're dropping games at a perfect time. They have a perfect system going where it might make more sense for the majority of people to have Uplay. And that's guaranteed money that Ubisoft can send to their shareholders and showcase, you know, we have this many subscription fees, we have this many subscriptions, we have this amount of money and fees coming in from that. Like that's really, really good. I guess that shows well on all that, you know, Wall Street type shit. Sending dividends back to, you know, investors and people who own stock in the company and all that type of stuff. So, I mean, guys, I'm a little bit taken back by it because, you know, imagine one day you're sitting there and you're playing, like, let's say you're playing a break point in the future, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, and yo, content is locked behind Uplay Plus, and you're gonna be sitting there like, wow. Especially for us who are older, and we've seen the transition from buying all of our games, playing all of our games, unlocking everything in game, buying it that one time, to the evolution of now you need a subscription based model to play any of these games that you want. And I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Are you guys excited for something like Uplay, to where maybe you're just coming into knowing about Ubisoft games and learning about them, and you'd be excited to play old games? I mean, I bought Splinter Cell 1 for like $3 on sale the other day. Not literally the other day, it was a while back. Chaos Theory was like $4. Future Soldier was $8. Like, that right there is 1 month. So like, why would I need a monthly subscription if I could just purchase them easily like that? And the only thing that makes sense is that eventually the majority of the things will be via Uplay. That you will have to have a Uplay account, and it will have to be like a long subscription based account for you to play it. You know, for you to play all the games. And I know I'm just rambling, I'm just going off the head right now. You know, these are like the majority of my videos, but I really don't know what to think about this. I really don't know. I didn't like in the beginning how microtransactions, you know, sunk their claws into games, and now look, you have the content that's in the game you have to pay for. You don't know if how much content is cut away to be as a like purchasable DLC. Look at all the skins that were in Wildlands that you had to purchase. It was almost impossible to unlock all of those via crates, via prestige crates, which you get in-game currency for. You had to buy the currency via the a transaction for cash to get the points, you know, to purchase any of these normal crates in game to hopefully get a skin. When 20-30 years ago you played a game and you just unlocked skins by playing the game, by beating things a certain way and unlocking them. And it's a slow process, but you see it unfolding if you're an older gamer, and you realize how all of this has transpired. You kind of see where it's going, and it doesn't look good for the future of gaming, in my opinion. For kids growing up now, who I see my nephew playing Fortnite. Another one of my nephews plays 2K, and it's so easy for them to, you know, swipe a card and purchase what is it, V-Bucks? No, it's like VC, V-Bucks for Fortnite, VC for NBA 2K or whatever it's called, and, you know, buy in-game things. And that was the first step, and now this is the next step. If you don't think this is where everything's gonna go, EA, Ubisoft, you know, just across the whole board, why not? Why not have people on a subscription base where, you know, you have guaranteed income coming in? No matter how far apart games are, as long as you have access to the entire catalog, you're good. But, so I apologize for ranting. If this video is too long, I don't really need to apologize. You guys would have just clicked off anyway. But if you enjoy, you know, just BSing with me here and, you know, share your opinion in the comments. You know how it is. I love discussing things with you guys. Now that the channel is small, it's still very personable. I could still get back to you, a lot of you guys. I'm sure that a lot of people start out that way, and it's impossible to keep track with everything as your channel grows. But, you know, hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you think is the purpose of Uplay, and how Ubisoft plans on growing it. Do you agree with me? Do you think eventually they'll start putting huge triple play games directly in Uplay, and you have to have a Uplay Plus to access it? Do you think maybe those, obviously I think they're going to start slow, but do you think maybe, what I mean by that is they'll start slow like DLC and things like that, but do you think maybe they'll just stop there, just some DLC things and little features? But I think that's just going to be like that's the hook, you know, that's to get you to reel you in. And then, you know, they'll hit you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now where a huge IP, the next Ghost Recon, the next Assassin's Creed or whatever, the next Watch Dogs, or, you know, it'll be directly from Uplay, and maybe you have to buy like a yearly subscription to access. I don't know. Anyway, guys, share your thoughts with me in the comments below. And that's all for this video. I will see you in the next one. Talk to you guys later. Peace.